Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Omnibros Live on a Monday night. It's your boy Gio here from Manga Geekdom. Tonight, we got some hauls, we got some reads, we got some previews for the upcoming releases this week. And of course, we got some voicemails, we got some goofs, we got some gaffes, we got a little bit of everything for you on this fine Monday evening, though. So thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for liking, commenting, and being a part of Omnibros Live here on the Omnibus Collectors Network. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Um, it's a topsy-turvy kind of Monday, not 100%, but I'm feeling a little bit better now that I'm with all of you wonderful people. I will be joined by one of the Omnibros in a minute, in 5 minutes or so, but I had to start the show, so apologies on that. And shout out to our wonderful sponsor, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices that range from 35 to 42 to 50% off, and it's sometimes even more. Right now, we got a 55% deal of the week. That's insane. Also, free shipping in the US at $50 or more. And there's the loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount to your order if you make it on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service. That is InStockTrades.com. Let's go to the site real quick. Highlight everything that's happening right now. These are the current deals of the week. They will be disappearing tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time, replaced by even greater deals. So be on the lookout. We will be revealing those towards the end of the stream. But now's your shot to get these books at 50% off, like that Green Lantern Corps Omnibus that a lot of people are excited for. There we go. My cell phone's going off. Some of the new releases, and of course, your top sellers, all the cool stuff. And let's not forget the sales for the month of November, including the big Thanksgiving / Black Friday week, which of course starts tomorrow all the way till Saturday, where you got all the major publishers with great discounted prices, all their books from Boom to DC to Marvel, Image, all the manga from Vertical, Kodansha, Yen Press, so on and so forth. And then Sunday to Monday, December the 2nd, that loyalty discount will be bumped to 3% off, which is pretty insane if you ask me. So all that and more when you visit our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Shout out, friends of the show. Jake, thank you for joining. Everybody, boom shakalaka, let's do this. You're wonderful too. Thank you so much, Kane. I appreciate it. Ruben, hello from Austin. Nice. We got everybody in the house tonight. Love it. Hey, all. Unfortunately, Omnidog isn't feeling 100%, so he took the night off, and Lou will be joining me in 5 or so minutes. Good evening, Gio. Ended up picking up Scout because of the crazy deal. It's a wonderful series. If you like the crime aspect, noir tropes, and just the dramatic storytelling, I think you'll love Scout. It had some controversies, but it was a different time when it was published compared to now. Keep that in mind. But it's a solid read regardless. I skipped it because I have the 5 deluxe editions. I bought them when they came out. William Lee, thank you for joining. Cage, everybody. Yes, feel better, Jess. And we do have some voicemails if you want to be part of the show. I mean, you got like a couple minutes because I'm not going to look for any new ones, but you can do so now before I open the tab. Speakpipe.com/Omnibros Live. You can record yourself, send us some funny messages. Keep it PG, please. No, not safe for work stuff over there at SpeakPipe. So that would be a lot of fun. We got some interesting messages. I see Elmo sent us a message. There's some history lessons, but the thing is, Jess is the one that really enjoys the history lessons, so I'm going to on purpose skip them, and I'll come back to them at a later time so that he can hear them live on the show. We got some music history lessons. We got some Hollywood history, another music history. So I'm just going to play two that are not of that sub genre. I don't know what I'm saying, but you got my drift. Lou has 36 days left to read Scarlet Witch by Steve Orlando. Oh boy, the clock is ticking. True Graphic, thank you for joining. Hey guys, how are you? Doing all right, could be better, but feeling almost 100% because I'm here with all of you wonderful people. So that counts. So tonight, unfortunately, I was kind of counting on Omnidog to haul something because I don't know what's been happening. Mail, actually, let me take this off. There we go. Mail has been insane, and nothing from November has arrived. Absolutely nothing. I filmed a haul video over the weekend, and I noticed that it was books from September, actually August, some books from August, September, and the majority of it was October. And I will be posting that soonish, probably Wednesday on my channel. But nothing from the month of November, and that is not the fault of the stores. That's just the mail, right? They're probably busy. Actually, let me track it live while I talk to everybody right now and be disappointed. Live. Let's see. I'm tracking it now. It says here. Oh, fantastic! The page won't open. Great job, USPS. All right, no, it's not working. But there weren't any updates to it, so I doubt it'll arrive any this week. Plus, it's Thanksgiving, Black Friday, all that nonsense. So I'm okay waiting. All right. Unfortunately, told us he wasn't feeling too well. He was gonna sit this one out. IST sent my order through FedEx. I wish I could get FedEx orders, but FedEx is a mess for my address. If I give them, I've talked about this before. If I give them my address for an order, they will literally arrive 5 minutes away from my home, and they won't find anything, so they'll just go back unless you stay in constant communication, and it shouldn't be that way. So I've tried getting that fixed, but it doesn't work. They refuse to update the address listing or whatever, so I don't use FedEx, DHL, or UPS. I could. All three services are readily available, but it's a hassle. USPS it is. So Marvel Bab, thank you for joining. Good evening. Thank you all for joining. Let's see. Do I have everything? Yes, I do. I only have for you guys actually one book that I want to highlight, or four, whatever. This was sent to me by the folks at Yen Press for review purposes, and this is an upcoming video that I'm working on at the moment, which is pretty cool. I thank them so much. Labrisky, Gio, how are you? Doing all right. Could be better, but it's not your fault. It was a day that started okay, that it turned kind of weird, and then it ended just mellowing out. I don't know if you guys have experienced days like that, but it's one of those moods right now. Wait, let me pull this here. First book that I hauled, but not really. They were sent to me. I didn't buy these. I got Brunhild, the Dragon Slayer. Got the first volume of Mono from Afro. And I'll tell you guys about these books in a bit. This one's pretty interesting. The War of Greedy Witches, Volume 1. And one of my most anticipated books for November. I am so happy that this was sent to me. Dracula's on the Night Shift. So this one is pretty interesting. So this is a 3-in-1. That's why it's a thick one. It's a thick boy, if you will. I think I can show you the art. Long story short, this one is about a vampire, obviously Dracula, working at a convenience store in Japan late at night. And through some shenanigans, his roommate happens to be a vampire slayer. So it's an action comedy with a lot of supernatural goodness to it. Lou, what is up,
Oh,
Mike? Welcome.
hey, how's it going? Hey, it's been a
Doing all
minute.
right? Yeah. Just showing art for a book I got.
Okay,
Give
cool.
me a second. Oh, I can't show that page. I mean, it's safe to show, but we tend to get yellowed a lot, especially when I do manga streams or talk about manga books. I show like super violent panels, and then YouTube's like, nah, we can't have that. So they yellow us. And I don't want to risk it. So I'm just going to show faces. Like this one looks pretty cool. Fine. What is this? I don't know what's happening here. Probably a spoiler, but whatever. They're fighting a giant bear demon thing. So it's fun. It's a fun series.
Awesome.
Can't
Man.
wait to talk about it. Dracula's on the night shift.
Nice.
This one, War of the Greedy Witches. It's about, if you guys know Record of Ragnarok and Fate's Stay Night, where you have historical characters duking it out for X or Y thing. In the case of Record of Ragnarok, it's to save humanity from Ragnarok or the apocalypse. And for Fate's Stay Night, they're fighting for the Holy Grail Cup, and they get their wish fulfilled. This one, it's similar to that, but it's famous badass ladies from history, like Joan of Arc, for example, shows up, and some other ladies, and they fight it out in a fantasy tournament thing. I have not read this yet, but I will for my channel. But it's pretty interesting. Warren, friend of the show, I don't know if he's in the chat, but he was the one that alerted me to this series, and I'm so happy that Yenpra sent this to me so I can talk about it. This one, Mono, is about a high school. What was it? Wait. A photography or art club is closing down, so they're mashing it together and forming a cinema club where it's like photography and movies and stuff combined. And essentially, these girls take a road trip through Japan to work on an assignment and document things. It's a 4-coma series, which means it's these types of panels where if you're going to read a page, you start here, you go down, and then you move over here and you go down, and then you repeat that. So it's not exactly left or right like a typical manga. So it's more of a comedy. If you like Laid Back Camp, it's by the same author. So it's pretty chill, pretty wholesome. And then last but not least, Brunhild. All I know, I've been told this is really cool and that I would love it. She's the adopted daughter of this dragon. And in this world, medieval type fantasy world, I think they end up killing the dragon. So now she's going to exact revenge for the murder of her father. And she's a badass with a sword and stuff like that. That's all I know. So I will be eagerly reading this one. You can see some of the art here. Lots of fantasy concepts and dragons and stuff. So that's all I got. That's my haul. Lou, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Happy Monday. Jeez, did you work today? Are you off this week or you work?
Oh, I always work. I only have freaking Thanksgiving off Thursday.
You work the rest of the week. Damn.
Yes.
Wow.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, our office is open, but I just took off. I was like, I need to get away from the craziness of this job. So
I can imagine. Mondays are rough at work. Post office gets hit hard on Monday. There we go. Just like Friday will because of being closed on Thursday for Thanksgiving. Oh boy.
Is he a postman?
Interesting.
I'm assuming.
Did not know that about you. Fifth of Jack Gaming.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're a postman or you work in the post office. Yeah. Bless
Thank
your
you
heart.
for doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's not an easy gig. If you work in the office, you got to deal with people, and if you're a postman, those are long hours.
And you got to deal with a lot of people too. A lot of characters. Let's say that much.
Yeah. Oh, a city carrier. Man,
City
bless your
carrier,
heart.
nice.
Bless your heart, man. That's a tough gig, but I respect it. I respect the whole.
Thank your post office workers. I do, and I have a great relationship with my post office. And just be kind to people.
Absolutely.
That's the type of work that people take for granted.
Absolutely.
And I see all the Karen types going in and yelling at post office employees. I'm like, chill, lady, come on now. He's a regular person like you and me. Calm down.
Hey man, so we'll get into it because I've got a few things that I pulled, and I wanted to ask you real quick, just because I haven't been on the show with you for a while, and I was curious about your 2 cents.
It's been like 2 weeks, I think, or something.
I know. I've been super swamped. What are your thoughts, real quick, on the Kodansha situation?
What happened with Kodansha?
Sony is looking at buying them.
Oh, but not Kodansha. Kadokawa.
Kadokawa. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think it'll impact the publishing too much because they're mostly angling it for the home entertainment stuff. But we'll see. I have not read too much into it, but it is from my understanding, I could be wrong, that it's not going to touch the publisher side for the books in Japan that much. I could be mistaken, but that was what I think I read.
Okay. From a streaming standpoint, though, right? Because they own quite a few anime IPs, don't they? Or they have a few licenses that they're.
Yes. Let me
they're pretty
pull up
good.
a number. Let me pull up a number for you.
And the thing is, Sony already owns Crunchyroll, and they bought Funimation out, and they screwed over.
Sony owns everything, and it's upsetting to me.
Yeah.
IPs.
I remember a lot of people were really mad when they bought out Funimation because they lost some of the stuff that they bought.
Right. According to some information, Kadokawa Corporation has approximately. Oh no, that's the wrong info. Never mind. I was like 500. That's way too little. It has to be more than that. 500 IPs? No way.
Is it that many?
No, it has to be more. Kadokawa said it's second earlier this month that it will reach. They got over 6,000 books.
Jesus,
that's a lot. Yeah, they're one of the major corporations in Japan.
That's crazy.
I'm worried that Sony acquisitions could affect Bookwalker. That I could see that happening. By the way, Casey, I have not forgotten. We are working on the gift card. Casey was the winner, by the way. If you guys missed it on last Thursday, I told you have to tune into every broadcast to figure out when we're going to do the gift card giveaway, and it happened on a Thursday night. So there you go. Casey was the winner, and we're going to work that out soon. It's been a rough couple of days for the whole Omnibros team.
Yeah.
But we haven't forgotten. You'll get that soon. What was I saying? I forgot. I'm so sorry. Bookwalker.
Yeah, Bookwalker.
Bookwalker, that's the digital book reading service. I'll have to look into it. Hopefully it doesn't get too banged up because of this acquisition.
I mean, it's all speculation so far, but this, from all accounts, it does seem like this is going to happen. Which,
right,
from the publishing standpoint and from the anime standpoint, it doesn't affect me too much. From the video game standpoint, it affects me a hell of a lot because they are the owners of FromSoft, which makes Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Dark Souls. So that's gonna be interesting if they do end up buying it out. What's good? It becomes a Sony property, which we'll see how that goes. As far as pickups for me, so I don't have comics, but I've got a few things that I want to share.
By the way, speaking of pickups, I hate the Black Friday week that everybody's doing now.
It's horrible.
it sucks, and I know that we're the only ones that. Well, no, Riley does. Actually, everybody at Omnibros, even Omar, we all go hard on movie collecting.
Yeah.
I haven't bought any movies in a bit, so I was excited to see what was up with Black Friday sales and on the Bezos website. Not as impressive as other years. Obviously, with Best Buy gone, there's no incentive for them to price match anybody. So the prices are a little bit all over the place on the Bezos.
Yeah.
But I did pick up some stuff, but it was kind of disappointing overall.
Oh, it's terrible. Yeah, this year is historically terrible. There's really very little of value. I would say there's very little of value to pick up this year. There's a few things that are popping up now. You check every few hours leading up to Black Friday because you can find some good stuff right now. Like Elf just went on sale for about $10, and a few other things just went on sale a few hours ago. So, but as far as new releases, I think the only thing that was worth it was Furiosa, which was on sale for about $12.
Yeah.
Prime Day was better, which is weird.
I know.
It's so weird because Prime Day is usually a dud for me. I never grab anything on Prime Day. I end up grabbing 4 or 5 things on Prime Day, and the only thing I grabbed for Black Friday thus far is Insidious, the Steelbook, because it was on sale for about $15. So I was like, I'll snatch that. I have a few things in my cart, but I'm waiting to get paid later this week. But honestly, those few things in my cart are more, yeah, I can wait. If it happens, it happens. If not, then if they sell out, then I'll be fine. Whatever. There's nothing that I rushed out and immediately had to get.
Look at that. FYI, Cormac McCarthy's The Passenger hardcover box set is currently on sale for $12.26.
I hated that book. I love Cormac McCarthy. It's his final book. I by no means do I consider myself an idiot. I tried to get through that because it's 2 books. I tried to get through that first book, and it almost read like an incomprehensible mess. It was a fucking nightmare to get through it. I couldn't get through it. I really couldn't. I'm not gonna lie. I fucking hated that book so much, and I was disappointed because I've been waiting for years for new Cormac McCarthy stuff, and I didn't like it.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Kane says, "Hey Lou, just finished talking with my dad."
Oh, that's nice. That's awesome.
Is the gift card tonight? No, YP, you missed it. It was last Thursday. So for next month, December, you're going to have to tune into every broadcast to see when the heck we're going to do it. It might be on a Monday, it might be on a Thursday, it might be on a Friday. Who knows? I'm going to have to tune in to find out.
So real quick, some pickups.
Yeah, sorry. What you got?
No, dude, you're good. Trust me. I ended up grabbing Terminator. The first Terminator finally came out on 4K. I actually just finished watching it about 20 minutes ago. This is the Steelbook because I am a Steelbook whore. And I had to get the Steelbook on this. I love this Steelbook. I know some fans are like, but I really dig the design on this. I really like it a lot.
Did they do a good job with the transfer?
I was just gonna say of the transfers that I have seen so far from the camera and stuff, this is by far the best one that I have seen. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what the difference is between this one and the other ones. Maybe Cameron listened. I don't know. Maybe Cameron listened after that comment about mother's basements and stuff like that. I was like, oh Jesus.
Very boomer comments mentality from Cameron.
Yeah. I mean, certain shots are better than the other ones, but this doesn't feel as over processed as something like True Lives. This is the one that looks the best, honestly. They did a really, really good job where you can tell they cleaned it up and they DNR'd it, but they didn't DNR it to hell like they did on True Lies. So it's good. So it's really good. I like this one.
Here's a comment for you real quick. Labruski, Lou, I've been reading The Devil in the White City. It's very good.
Hey, man, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I always like to hear when I recommend stuff to people and they enjoy it. Nice. Next up, I ended up grabbing another Steelbook. I got one of my favorite comedies of all time, Blazing Saddles.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Blazing Saddles came out in 4K about 2 weeks ago. I love this movie. I think it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite films of all time. I've lost track of how many times I've seen this, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. God, I love this thing.
It also has a regular release, right? A regular
Yeah.
4K. Okay.
Yeah. There's
I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. I do want to own it on 4K.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
It's a
I
classic.
used to have the DVD. I don't know what happened to it, and I never bothered getting the Blu-ray. And when they announced that, I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. But haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for I'm still waiting for where's Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Like,
That would be a good one. Yeah.
Young Frankenstein? Where are those in 4K? I'm still waiting for those, man.
It is a classic, absolutely.
I love
Did
it.
you grab Godzilla, the 4K?
I have not grabbed it. I'm still kind of waiting to pull the trigger. I get paid this week, but I spent quite a bit of cash on this next one because it's my favorite film of all time. I had to get.
Oh, you talked to us about it on the chat.
I had to get the box set for
Hell yeah,
Seven Samurai. This is my favorite film of all time. I consider this to be the greatest movie of all time. It's perfect. And there were two releases that were released, I think it was about a week ago, of this movie. There was the Criterion edition, and there was this one, which is the BFI edition. This is the one that has Dolby Vision on it. So I went with this.
Okay.
This is the Criterion. And I think this is a perfect movie. It's oh my god! So
are they? Sorry to interrupt. Are they priced the same, or one is pricier than the other? What's the lowdown on that?
After taxes and shipping, this came out to close to 50. I think the Criterion is about 30. So this is different. This comes with a book inside of it. Pretty extensive book too, like about 50 pages of like the movie and the history of it and things like that, and its importance and its cultural significance.
Nice.
Yeah. If you've never seen Seven Samurai, you watch it and you'll be amazed at how many movies steal from this movie. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. It comes with a nice poster that I have no room in my house for. So
one day you'll be able to display it. I know it.
Oh my god! One day
you're gonna have a badass movie room, and that's gonna go in there.
Yeah, I love this.
Which side do you like best?
This, with all of them together.
Yeah, you got to go with all 7.
Yeah. So I paid a premium for this, but it's a premium that, since it's my favorite film of all time, I had to have it. And
yeah.
I have no regrets on this.
I have the old Criterion Blu-ray.
Looks amazing.
Which looks great. Yeah. Eventually, it's very difficult for me to sell the current stuff. I have nowhere to sell it, and I hate doing the online thing. So that's why I don't upgrade right away for these things. But if it happens, I'll upgrade at some point.
Yeah, the Criterion edition is supposedly really good as well. But the breaking point for me was that doesn't have the Dolby Vision, and this does. So I went with that. Last pickup that I got was I picked this up today because I had heard a lot of hype about it, and I really wanted to read it. This is the book called James.
James Abel? Sorry.
This book is it's called James, and it's by Percival Everett. This book basically recontextualizes the story of Jim. Jim is a famous character in the novel Huckleberry Finn, written by why am I blanking? Mark Twain.
Mark Twain, friend of the show.
Mark Twain, friend of the show. And it recontextualizes that story, but instead of the point of view being from Huckleberry Finn, we're getting it from the character named Jim. If you've read the book, the thing is with Jim is he's a slave, and it's just set in the, I think it's 1900, early 1900s, late 1800s. It's been I haven't read Huckleberry Finn since about middle school.
Oh my
maybe
God.
earlier than that. Maybe earlier than that.
Right.
And you're getting everything from the point of view from this character, and it recontextualizes everything because in the last few years, especially in the last few years, Jim has been the subject of scrutiny from a lot of people because they look at him and go, "Oh, he's kind of a stereotype. He's bad for the culture and things like that, and he's not looked at as fondly. So what this author did, Percival Everett, who is a black man, is he took that and he goes, look, this character is actually really intelligent. You just didn't know that story. So all the way he talks and the mannerisms he does it is code switching. So when he's around somebody who is white in the story, he talks the way they expect him to talk. But when he's around his family or when he's around somebody else that's a slave, he's very intelligent. There's this whole sequence in the book where he's bitten by a snake, and then he's dreaming and he's talking to famous writers and stuff like that, debating about the history of slavery and what that means. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. This is a wonderful companion piece. If you've ever read Huckleberry Finn, this goes really well with it, because the character of Jim, he pops in and out of the story of Huckleberry Finn. So you're getting the context of those moments when he's in the story of Huckleberry Finn originally, and then you're getting more context of what is he doing in between those moments that he bumps back into Huckleberry Finn in that story and how that plays out. And he does not shy away from the ugliness of the time period.
Right.
When I was watching an interview with him, and he said, well, what do you think about the character of Jim from the context of Mark Twain? And he basically summed it up as, well, Mark Twain was not equipped to write a character like Jim. Now I am, because, I am a black man. I've been through the struggle that I've been through, and we have context and we have history. And now going back and kind of giving that character a voice is so important. I'm like, wow, dude. It's really, really a well done piece of literature. I'm 50 pages in and I love it. I really do love this book.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. Gio, any chance of a look at the Sentai Filmworks Black Friday sale this week? I can highlight it real quick. It's not the focus of this episode, but I can show it. If you guys don't know, Sentai publishes anime on home media. And typically they have a lot of sales going year long. And the current Black Friday sale is famous because you'll find titles as cheap as $1 or $2 for a full Blu-ray, which is great. And you can get a lot of series that way for cheap. They have a vast catalog. And this year, there's some good ones in here. I don't know if I want to splurge on it, to be honest. I'm like not rushing to get most of these titles, but you can see here some of these for great prices, $10. A lot of them are like 12, $8.99, stuff like that. If I had to choose for you guys, I would recommend Aura Battler Dunbind Complete Collection. That's a good one. $15 only. That's great. I would recommend, let me do 5 recommendations. That's the first one. Call of the Night, one of my favorite manga. I loved the anime of it. It's only $30. You get the whole series, the first season. Carol and Tuesday is fantastic. Look at that, $18. That's great. Chihaya Fudo, if it had volume or season 1, I would say get this. Season 1 is out of print and kind of pricey to grab, but for $6 you might want to go for it. It's 25 or 26 episodes. That's why the retail price is $100. And season 3 is $12, so you can get those for cheap right there. Dark Gathering for $39. That's not too much of a deal, to be honest. Dororo, that's another recommendation. $17 for a fantastic reimagining of one of my favorite Osamu Tezuka manga. And one more. Let's do one more real quick here. Food Wars is always great. Look at that. Look at those prices. All 5 seasons are on sale. And let's see. Scroll down a little bit more. Haikyuu, that's interesting. Season 4. I think I need to get season 4, but it's back ordered, so womp womp. High School of the Dead, if you want some fan service with zombie shootouts, that's always fun. Umaru-chan. She's my animal spirit. If you've seen the show, you understand. Hozuki's Cool-Headedness, $9. Might not be for everybody, but I loved it. And Insomniacs After School, $20 for the whole season. That's great. And yeah, you can browse around and all that stuff. Go to Sentai Filmworks and buy some anime. Who knows? I might cave in the last minute before the sale ends and buy something, at least one title, just for the hell of it.
Oh, so it's happening.
Right. Loop on the Third, Part 6. That's always fun. $18 for.
Oh, did we lose Gio? Hello? Are we still alive? Maybe. Gio's frozen. Okay. Maybe we'll get Gio back. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Let's give it a second.
It happens every single stream at the beginning. It happens every single stream for like 5 minutes. I'll freeze up again, maybe once more, and then it's fine for the rest of the stream. I don't know. I've talked about this before. Sorry.
That is so weird. No, you're good, man.
It's StreamYard. Again, I keep saying it. StreamYard said I had 1 bar of Wi-Fi, but I have full internet, and there's no issues whatsoever. So it's the stupid website. It's not me.
Huh.
Sorry, folks.
That's weird.
I hate StreamYard. Last recommendation, Made in Abyss. There we go. It's a little controversial with some crowds, but I genuinely enjoyed it. It's not a kid's show. It is dark, disturbing. Right. But the more you watch it, it's like staring into the abyss. The more it stares back at you, and you can't help but just dive deeper and deeper into the madness. So you got the first season, and then the sequel was a movie, and then the next season, which is the Golden City. So I do recommend that. I've not played the video game though, so I don't recommend the game.
Yeah. It lures you in. That first episode lures you in, thinking, "Oh, okay, this seems kind of lighthearted." Oh my God! No.
So yeah, there you go. 7 Cs. Sentai Filmworks. There you go. Go check them out. Labruski wants to do a movie show with you. Look at you. All right.
No.
You're gonna have to talk that out privately, not here.
I mean, I could answer that right now. Respectfully,
you're busy.
I can't, man. I can't. I can barely make the Monday show as it is. You could ask these guys. It's tough for me to make the Monday show. The whole reason we moved the Wednesday show to Friday is because it just works better with my schedule. I have a kid. I've got a wife. I've got a million things going on in my life right now. I just can't do it. I wish I could.
You guys heard of Robert's Anime Corner Store? I used to order there. Not bad. I know of it. I've browsed through the website, but I've never placed an order at Robert's Anime Corner Store. Lou, you break my heart. Just kidding. All good. I am doing one on Sunday at 11 a.m. Wow, that's early.
That is very early. We used to do, we did a midday show, right? Did we ever do it at 11? I think at one point we toyed around with it.
Probably. I don't know. Something
like that. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Right. There was a question that I skipped. Where was it? Wait a minute. I think Omar's stream was on the same time. This was hilarious. Omar did I checked. It was a 4-hour stream. We went live.
What the hell?
Finished our thing. And then I came back to check on something on the computer and noticed that the freaking their stream was still going. I'm like, Jesus, we finished a 2-hour stream and that one was still happening. Holy crap.
Yeah, the days of me doing that are long gone. Oh my God. No, I can't. We used to do that. We used to go till 11, almost midnight. But we had the advantage of it was one day a week. It was when would we do it? Monday? I think Mondays.
Thursdays.
It was the Thursdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would be one day a week. And
it was a 3-hour broadcast. That's why we came up with 3 shows to do an hour per show.
Right, and that ended up actually working out, I think, for the best for us in all honesty.
Yeah.
Because we split up the work a little more. But man, those days are long gone. Jesus. And we all bought. We all collected physically. I'm out of that. I don't collect almost anything physically as far as comics anymore. So
those were the days. William Lee, I did pick up Calvin and Hobbes hardcover for under 90 on the Big A site.
Fantastic. Great pickup.
There we go. AS, thank you for joining. Hey, Omnibros, what's up? We do have a voicemail. Let me highlight that real quick. Again, I'm only going to show 2 of them. I'm going to save the history lessons for later so Jess can participate because he loves those. So I don't want to. Plus, I don't want to hear them again after tonight. Sorry. Let me open this up. That might be misinterpreted. What I mean by that is it's 1 minute and 27 seconds. I don't want to replay it at another show. Not that I don't want to listen to it.
Jesus.
Because I know some people love sending these, and we love hearing them. We got a PSA from Elmo.
Oh.
Shout out. I hope it's nothing naughty, because that would be awkward. I did not screen this, and that is my bad. So let's see what happens. Jesus, take the wheel. Let's see. No, not that one. This one. All right, there we go.
You know, there's a lot of idiots in the world, but you know what? Elmo knows you're not one of them. You're a winner. You're gonna get out there and fucking get shit done, huh? Yeah, I can see it in you. Elmo can see it. You're doing great. Okay, keep it going. Love you.
Hell yeah! Thank you, Elmo. What a guy.
Elmo. We love you too, Elmo. Good luck with Rock, buddy.
Even with the cursing, I love it. I knew it said PSA from Elmo, but for some reason my brain thought like it can't be an Elmo voice filter, and it was. That's why it made me chuckle. I was not expecting somebody to actually go through with it and use an Elmo filter. That's awesome. Or it's a recording, whatever.
It's pretty good. Did a good job. We love you too, Elmo. Thank you.
Yeah. This one is. This is how Very Fine Condition makes extra money. All right. Shout out to Very Fine Condition.
Oh, goodness.
Extra room in your house and you're looking to make a quick buck. What you could always do is rent the room out as a therapy office. That way you can help your community's mental health as well as listen to some cool tea while you hang out in your room. Oh, sorry guys. I'll close the door real quick.
I mean, okay.
I got nothing, man.
I love our viewers so much.
I do too.
That is so random. I love it. Don't ever change, chat. We love you so much.
I love it. I love it. God bless y'all. Honestly, that's beautiful.
Love those criterions you were showing off, Lou. Nice.
Thanks, man.
Again, if you guys want to send, sorry, go ahead.
They were criterions though. I didn't have a criterion. I had the BFI 7 Samurai, but yeah. If you're interested in picking it up, grab it. It's a great set.
If you want to send a voicemail, go to speakpipe.com/Omnibros Live and we'll play it out live on the show.
Yes.
So shout out. Here's another website, See Japan. They sell anime figures. Don't do that to me, Cage. Don't. I have PTSD with CD Japan because I ordered I made a small order of books imported from Japan, and they took a month and a half for them to arrive. I told this story before. It shipped and it got lost somewhere in transit when it arrived to New York, I think. And then instead of showing up here, it went to somewhere in Florida, and then it disappeared. I filed a complaint, got in contact with a very nice lady at the USPS, and she was helping me work that out. And and I filed a complaint with the local post office, and they're also really nice with me. So they were trying to help me out with that. And they said, it's probably lost. So let's try and email the original seller to get a refund for you and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I was sort of defeated and accepted it. And then out of nowhere, the package arrived in St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. What the hell? So over there, obviously they realize it's an error, so they send it back to the proper address. And after almost 2 months, I finally got the books, which were Japanese yokai encyclopedia. They're illustrated by Shigeru Mizuki and some other manga and stuff like that. So I talked about it before on the show. It was probably like 5 months ago or something.
Josh makes a great point. You did get it though. It took 2 months.
Absolutely.
It took 2 months, but you did
Right.
get it. Hey, so Sakamoto Days, yay or nay? Worth it?
Yeah. If
The
you
anime
like,
looks amazing.
yes, the manga is super fun. If you like John Wick,
I do.
but the story doesn't go south like in John Wick, this is what you would get with Sakamoto Days.
I'm looking forward to it. The anime looks incredible, so
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
I recommend it. It's a fun read, and yeah, it looks great. Also reading Scalp for the first time, such a crazy series. Oh, sorry. Nice. Yeah, it's good. It's okay, Cage. I forgive you. I have a lot of pre-orders through friggin' Ami and other websites. It's insane. I don't want to talk about it. I'd rather not. I have a lot of pre-orders. Not so much for 2024, but 2025. Let's just say January through June and July. It's already filled up with at least one order per month. But don't tell anybody I said that. It's
that
insane.
bad.
Fortunately, they're not expensive. And I'm
Okay.
talking like I don't know the scaling. I could never figure that out. Sorry. But they're like $30 to $60 figures. So that's not too bad. You just gotta save up a little extra and get them. Cancel Geo. John Wick is peak, unlike Godzilla. What are you talking about? Cancel Josh. What are you talking about? Get out of here with that. Mine was worse. I ordered a whole Neo Geo portable console. Oof. And all completed games, but I never got it. I had to fight to get my money back from Hawaii for 1 year. I got the money back, though. Damn.
Jesus.
I'm glad you got some money back.
I would have just, you never got it? I would have just did a chargeback on my card.
I would have been
called the bank.
furious. I would have cried a little bit. And then I'd be like, time for some payback. And then fight like you did to get the the cash back.
Yeah, I'm calling the bank. Look, man, I purchased this. I never received it. I'm fighting back and forth with these people. Just do the
Right.
chargeback.
Oh my god. So yeah.
I've had to do it.
Let's see.
I've had to call the bank, and usually, depending on your bank, they usually will err on your side.
Thankfully,
most of the time. I've only had it happen once where they fought back against me, and then that was a whole thing that dragged out for about 2 to 3 months, where the bank would go on my side, then they would push back against me, and then I would get the money taken back out of my account. It was a mess for 2 to 3 months.
You're playing ping pong with your money.
Right. Usually they'll back down and they won't fight it because it's probably just a pain in the ass to fight it. But they were really persistent. I don't even remember how much it was, but this went on for about 2 to 3 months. I ended up winning in the end.
Hell yeah. I stepped away for a minute. Why are we canceling Geo? My man doesn't. No, I'd like John Wick. I haven't seen all the John Wick movies. I saw the first two, and I haven't seen 3 and 4.
Really?
And they're fun. I like them. They're fun. Was mail by money order, not credit card. That's why. Ooh.
Ooh.
Ay.
I'm
glad it worked out though.
I am too, but I'm more impressed you used a money order.
Right.
I don't know anybody that uses a money order anymore.
You know, the last time I used a money, wow. I was still in high school when I opened my first Amazon account. I was probably close to senior year. and I was already, using computers and buying stuff online, eBay, Amazon, whatever. I remember buying anime DVDs with money orders on Amazon. That's how old I am. Holy crap. I just had a fraud charge. Whoa, waiting on a new card and such a pain. Oh, that sucks.
That's happened to me. I've woken up and I'm about $300 in the hole. I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from?
My
And
God.
sure enough, it was a fraud charge.
We all know how Geo feels. Stitch over John Wick. Absolutely, 100%. No question. Stitch is the GOAT. Sorry, John.
How do you feel about the live action version?
I don't need it in my life, but I think they're going to knock it out of the park simply because of Stitch itself.
He looks great.
Right, and it's the same actor doing the voice again for Stitch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So you can't go wrong on that. Maybe they'll screw up everything else, but at least that aspect, I think, they'll do a good job.
Yeah, Stitch himself looks fantastic from what we've seen of him. I'm looking forward to it more than the live action Moana movie, which you want to talk about. We don't need it.
No,
we don't need a live. Why are we doing a live?
No idea. Unnecessary.
Moana is what, 4 years old? Stitch I get, because Stitch
came out in 2002?
2002, 2004. I get that, because Stitch is old. Moana came out 4 years ago. We're getting a sequel this week.
It comes out this week, right, for Thanksgiving. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Moana's 10 years old. Holy shit.
They should have waited, because if we're getting a new one, they should have waited until the franchise literally died, and then revive it with a live action thing for the money. I don't know.
I don't get it. Whatever.
I
feel like the Rock star is just waning. Everybody's tired of the Rock at this point.
I'm not even a hater for the guy, but even I'm like, dude, just chill out, pick some better projects and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Sonic 3 trailer? Oh boy, did. I watched it. I got some opinions. I could do a whole show talking about that damn trailer. It looks fine. It looks awesome. I want to see the movie, but every time I see the dumb human characters since the very first movie, I question the decision to give so much screen time to Cyclops. Well, I don't care. I don't.
You want to know something?
Go ahead.
That series is my Venom. Where I watch the Venom movies and I go, I have no fucking clue what people see in these movies. I think they're terrible. They're not funny. They're CGI. No. But I watch the Sonic movies and I'm like, I'm actually enjoying it. These are pretty fun. And admittingly, I think part of it is Jim Carrey and he's going for it. God bless his heart.
Yeah.
He loves it. And he is really going for it playing Robotnik or Eggman.
I don't like James Marsden or whatever his name is. I don't like the wife character. Sorry, I don't like the dog. I don't like the sister and the subplot in the second movie where they spend a whole 20 minutes getting married in Hawaii. How is that entertaining for young kids? What kid is looking at the Sonic 2 movie and going, I am so excited about watching human characters get married in Hawaii?
It's got tails.
What?
Though. It's got tails, and he's adorable in it.
No, that part is fantastic. I literally, I never told anybody, but I watched the Sonic 2 movie this year for the very first time because I had bought I didn't see it in theaters, but I bought the 4K last year on Black Friday for $7, and I waited almost a full year to watch the damn movie. That's how apprehensive I was, but I saw it because it has my boy Tails in it. And I teared up when Tails showed up because he's my favorite Sonic character. That he was the character I saw myself in Tails growing up, playing the games and watching the cartoons and all that stuff, and reading the comics too. So that part was great. And Knuckles and Robotnik, everything was great. But the damn human characters and the gun operative old man that now shows up in the third movie, I don't like him either. I don't like any of the humans. They suck. Get him out of here. If you're going to do a Sonic movie, why didn't you do an animated movie like CG or 2D? I don't know. And now with this new one, all the old human characters are back. The new married couple, they're back, and they're like gun operatives, camouflage wearing soldiers. Like, I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I hope Shadow uses that gun. I'm not gonna say it. Never mind. I don't want to get demonetized. Sorry. I was gonna go dark for a minute there.
So, canonically speaking, is Shadow as fast as Sonic? I think I've asked you this behind the scenes
He's
before. Or is it depending on who writes him?
Right. Depending on plot devices from game to game, when he's a bad guy, he's going to be faster and stronger, and he's got the chaos control power where he can teleport and stuff. But eventually, you know, Sonic, through main power or main character energy, gets faster and beats him. Geo hates all humans. You heard it here first. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. I could do a whole stream on Sonic. You know what? Tune into Manga Geekdom Live, and I will talk about Sonic, the franchise, at some point. That's my live stream channel. I haven't streamed in a while, but I'll do it.
Are you a big fan? Are you a fan of the franchise in general?
Of Sonic?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I love it to death. I love the Sonic franchise, but I hate the human characters in those damn movies. I hate them. Sonic X, to this very day, is still the best adaptation of Sonic in any medium. Well, I'm not okay about the movies. Sonic X, that's the GOAT right there.
Sonic X was a great cartoon. I only saw a few episodes, but even I was like, yeah, this is a really good cartoon.
I urge you to watch the whole thing. I think you can still stream it on Hulu. It's awesome. Fantastic. My favorite.
Cool.
There we go. Let's go, dude. Sonic. Geo pulls up his shirt with full body tattoo of Sonic. I played almost all of the games. The 2D games, I played them all, but the 3D ones, I don't think I've played in their entirety. But yeah, I grew up with Sonic. Before I was such a big Nintendo fan, Sega was it for me. And growing up with Sonic 1 and 2 on my Genesis. And the comics, the animated series with Urkel voicing Sonic, and then the CG Sonic shows that aren't that great, but they're fun regardless.
Yeah. Sonic was always a character that I was a Nintendo kid. I had a Super Nintendo.
Yeah,
I had the PlayStation. I was never really a Sonic kid at all. I love that. There was a post that we shared. You shared it in the group chat where it basically said Sonic fans don't know what to do with themselves after one of their games got a good review.
Yeah, with the new Sonic Shadow game. Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't know what to do. Like, we got a good review of it. All right, let's go.
It's like, this is a great Sonic game.
Right.
The open world one wasn't that bad though. Sonic Frontiers. I thought
Frontiers. I played like 10 hours of it, and then Pokemon Scarlet and Violet came out, and I completely forgot to keep going with Sonic. But I've been meaning to go back and play it. But I liked it. I played 5 to 10 hours, like I said, and those were fun. I literally just beat a couple months ago, or like 2 months ago, Sonic Superstars, which came out last year. They did the horrible mistake of releasing it the same date as Super Mario Wonder. Mm-hmm. And everybody was saying, this is a bad idea, Sega. Don't do it. You're not gonna win against Mario. And right out of the gate, when both games came out, the difference was night and day. Mario Wonder did phenomenal in sales. Superstars, not that much, but it was fun. I liked it. It's a fun game.
Yeah. Speaking of, because you brought up Pokemon, that is a franchise. The games are in dire need of just an overhaul. Like a complete, I think, from the ground up. Scarlet and Violet is the first one I never finished. The last one that came out, I've finished every single mainline Pokemon game except the last one. I just could not get through it. I just did not care for it. I don't know what it was.
I enjoyed it. I think they brought some innovation. They took some away from Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
But I loved it. It was still fun to me, but I get it. Yeah. You finished Arceus, right?
Yes. No. Wait.
I invite you to play.
Is that the one where you go back in time?
Yes.
Okay, no, I never finished it.
You need to finish that. That was a phenomenal, one of the best Pokemon games.
I love the concept of it, and I played a good chunk of it, and I loved how it's not really trainer battles anymore, and I love that you have to sneak up on them, and I really dug that as a concept. I thought it was really cool. I have heard that the digital trading card game that just came out is apparently everywhere, and people are losing their shit over it. And I don't want to fall down that rabbit hole.
You should fall into that rabbit hole because the game is free. I've been playing it nonstop, and I have not spent a single dime on it. So if I can do it, you can do it too, and everybody can do it too. It's a lot of fun. If you grew up with the trading cards, if you've ever wanted to play them and not worry about spending money collecting them, this is a nice way to do it. It's a condensed form. Instead of like 7 cards, you play with a starting hand of 3, and you go from there. And it's fun. It's fun. I'm currently trying to complete the set. I have half the cards already for the first set that they released.
Damn.
And playing against random people, I have taken some horrendous L's on that game. But I've also won a couple matches that were pretty good. I'm like, all right, not too bad, Gio. You did a good job. Am I speaking to myself in the third person? Yeah, but it's worth it. You can play Sonic on a portable game console. And Anbernic and the other mobile game consoles. According to Geo, Sonic over Morrigan. I don't know about that. Godzilla and humans. I would say that's somewhat correct. But I prefer Felicia more than Morrigan for Darkstalkers. That's my main in Darkstalkers, Felicia. I heard the Pokemon card game is making bank. Yeah, 130 million downloads, and it's not even been a month.
Jesus.
And the game is nominated for a Game Award thing, whatever that's coming up next month.
Oh, nobody. Does anybody really care about that Game Award stuff?
Somebody cares.
Everybody watches that shit just to watch the trailers and the big
trailers. Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about who Jeff Keighley paid off to get them to show up and to do the Game Awards.
Right.
Everybody's just like, yeah, just give me the big reveals. In fact, if you could just make it about an hour of just the trailers and the big reveals, and we could all go home. Let's call it for what it is.
Anbernic and Pow Kitty. There we go. Yeah, those are the ones. I wish we could get a remake of the classic or collection of the older ones. People are begging for the older ones to come to the Switch Online service.
Oh my God.
I have a suspicion that they won't because it's Game Freak, not Nintendo. Yeah. And why would you release it? Why would you give them to Nintendo to put on the Switch Online for free? Why not release it yourself on the eShop for like $5 or $7 and let people buy them? I don't think they're going to be available on the online service. I think they're going to come out soon as purchasable games or whatever on the eShop.
It makes sense.
Look, or at least the first 3 gens.
You can easily, through certain means, get those games online. They are losing money because you can get an emulator. You can get those games very readily, easily online. You can get fan ROMs that are sometimes even better than the base game for some of those classic games. I've
seen like ROMs that are not safe from work, which are hilarious for the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're losing money. That's an easy win for them if they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Pokemon as a franchise, it has not grown up, I think, with its audience, which is a strength and I think a bit of a weakness as well, because that's one of the things that a lot of the old heads like us that we grew up on Gen 1 are kind of complaining a little bit. It's like, can we get at the very least something that's a little more, I'm not saying I want to see my main character rip some dude's head off and Pikachu disembowel a victory bell or something like that. But at the very least, up the challenge a little bit, make it a little bit more difficult, just refresh it a little bit. And I think that was one of my complaints about the last gen is, okay, you made it open world. That worked really well. You did a good job on it. You made it for the most part, but still just kind of the same game that I've been playing for damn near almost 30 years at this point.
Right. Yeah. Excited for a physical copy of Black Myth. I have that pre-ordered. Can't wait.
I started that. It's fun as hell, man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that physical to play it. Looks great. It comes out December 12th, by the way, if anybody's interested. Wukong.
You're gonna be very happy. It's a really fun game.
Speaking of happiness, let's switch gears for a minute while we talk about everything in between collected editions. Let's do some previews for all the cool stuff coming out, because we do have to talk about that. Sorry, folks. Let's go for a minute here. Hold on. Give me a second. What happened? Oh, there we go.
Give me 3 minutes. I'm gonna use the restroom. I'll be right
Yeah, no, I got you. I'll talk about DC books through Lunar. This is the stuff that you can find at In-Stock Trade starting tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time. Some of the new releases for DC include Batman by Tom King, friend of the show. This collects Batman Rebirth #1, Batman 1 through 20, Detective Comics 941 to 942, Nightwing 5 and 6, as well as Batman Elmer Fudd Special #1. So think of it as a complete collection, a fat, juicy trade. The first one of, I want to think, 2 editions. But if you don't own the oversized hardcovers and you don't want to get the regular trades, this is a cool way to own that series for Batman Rebirth. Also coming out just in time for the holidays, Batman Santa Claus Silent Night by Jeff Parker and gang. This is a epic crossover event, one shot, if you will. This will be a trade paperback, Silent Night. This just came out, so I don't know what's happening, but we're already getting the restock or reprint of Batman the Cult. It was hardcover, deluxe edition. This is the trade paperback. There we go. So if you didn't get the deluxe edition, you can get the trade for the Cult, Jim Starlin and Bernie Wrightson on Batman. DC Finest, The Flash, The Human Thunderbolt. This is another of the DC Finest lines, which is selling like hotcakes, if that's an expression that we still use in 2024. This collects Showcase 4, 8, 13, 14, and The Flash 105 to 123. Pretty important release. Flash of Two Worlds is in here. So I do recommend getting that if you're a fan of classic DC Comics. We're getting a reprint of Joe the Barbarian, I believe this time under the DC Black Label line from, this is easy, accessible Grant Morrison. They do a lot of fun stuff that can sometimes be a little bit too complicated for its own good, but Joe the Barbarian, solid release. I even made a video on it on my channel ages ago when I was reviewing graphic novels. So I do recommend it. This is easily one of my picks of the week. This is Joe the Barbarian. Also, we have JSA Compendium Volume 1. This is pretty big. If you don't have the JSA Omnibus from Jeff Johnson gang, this is a nice way to collect a phenomenal series. This features JSA 1 through 25, JSA Secret Files 1 and 2, JSA Annual #1, Day of Judgment 1 through 5, Day of Judgment Secret Files #1, Golden Age Secret Files #1, Superman 172, Action Comics 780, 813, Impulse #67, Martian Manhunter 18 and 19, Stars and Stripe #9, Our Man #9, also 18 and 19, Secret Files and Origins Guide to DCU from the year 2000, issue #1. Holy crap. Sense of Youth, Starwoman and the JSA or Junior Society of America #1. Young Justice #16, Young Justice Sense of Youth 1 and 2, Young Justice Sense of Youth Secret Files #1. That's a lot of material. It's a big fat compendium right there. But it's a great series. Totally worth getting, in my honest opinion. This would also be one of the picks of the week for DC. And if you missed it, finally coming back, reprinted Superman, The Exile and Other Stories Omnibus. 2024 edition, collecting all this stuff right here. You can pause it if you want to read it. Lots of cool stuff. I never liked this cover. I kind of hoped they would put a different cover on this one, but whatever. I'm not a massive Superman fan, so what do I know? And a lot of people are excited for this reprint as well. This is Witching Hour from Jeff Loeb and Chris Bichello. This is the acclaimed Vertigo miniseries with behind-the-scenes illustrations by Bichello. And an introduction by Gene Simmons. Holy crap. Is this the Gene Simmons from Kiss? That is random as hell. What the hell is he doing here? That book has more than the Omnis for JSA? Probably, yeah. Because I don't remember a lot of that Young Justice stuff on the first Omnibus. I have those Omnis. I don't think anybody will buy them from me, so they're still with me. Need a Man of Steel Omnibus, damn it. One day it'll happen. I'm sure of it. 2025, I think, will be a year that will surprise people with announcements. Not releases, but announcements from DC. By the end of 2025, if I'm right, you can give me some credit for that. We're going to get Aquaman Omnis. We're going to get a whole bunch of stuff. I can feel it in my bones, baby. So yeah, I might get this. I've heard it's great, and I've never read it, but I'm down to it. I'm a big fan of Chris Bichello's art, so I want to check it out. Look at that. Omni Dog posted a video talking about the Witching Hour today. There you go. Check out that video. Lou, did you read this book? The Witching Hour from Jeff Loeb?
No, but Jess swears by it. I'm hot and cold with Jeff Loeb.
Same. But I do want to check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, by no means do I think he's terrible like Steve Orlando or Chris Ware, but Jeff Loeb is hot and cold with me.
Right. By the way, James was calling you out. I hate to put you on the spot, but he was mentioning something about Scarlet Witch earlier, and I want to know.
Yeah, there's a countdown on my head. I need to read that. I think it's 36 days. Yeah, 36 days. Yeah, there's a countdown on my head. I promised Jess that I would read Steve Orlando's Scarlet Witch before the end of the year is up. And
how many issues is that?
I'm only swore on an empty Chinese container to read the 12 issues.
12 issues?
12 issues. I can get through that in a weekend. I know I can.
Yeah, technically you don't. There's no rush. You can still do it.
No.
It's all good.
Yeah, there's no rush.
One can only hope. Yes, fingers crossed. It's gonna happen. Don't worry about it. James will buy them for $5,000. What, my omnibus? Cool. James, buy them from me. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna sell them. I'm talking about this one, the JSA, because it's coming out in a compendium format.
God, I love this book.
Yeah, but this one adds more material that wasn't on the omnibus, the original.
Really?
Omnibus. Yeah, because I don't remember any of this. The Sins of Youth, Star Woman and the JSA, Young Justice. I don't remember that being on the omnibus.
Yeah, James Robinson starts this book out. And then eventually, once Jeff Johns takes over, the book really takes off. But at first, it's James Robinson's book.
Right. From the other publishers. Oops, I forgot to highlight it. Silly me. Oh, gosh. There we go. From Image Comics, we got Moon Man, Volume 1. Do you know about this? This is by a friend of the show, Kid Cudi.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, Scott.
Oh.
Kid Cudi, Miss Cudi, Kyle Higgins.
Okay, whenever I see this stuff, I go, how much of this is actually the famous person? Because you've got an established writer, and then you got the famous person that's just like, yeah, this is kind of the idea that I have. But you can go ahead and I'll throw my name on it.
Right. It's like if I have an idea for a book, and I'll contact you, Lou, and be like, I have an idea about like T-Rexes gaining sentience and traveling into interstellar space. Right. Go off from there and write me a book about it. And then the finished product just says Geo's space T-Rex, but really you did all the heavy lifting.
Right. I kind of wonder with all that stuff where, we've got Keanu Reeves' book and we've got Tom Hardy put out a book as well and stuff like that. Hey, by all means, you never know that Keanu Reeves is actually somebody that I could believe probably tried
Yeah,
to
I could see that.
chime
Yeah,
in
absolutely. Yeah.
on the dialogue and stuff like that and what the book was going to be. I always wondered about that stuff.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, we got Moon Man Volume 1, shout out. From Boom, we got Cyanide and Happiness, Punching Zoo, trade paperback and hardcover. Good
Wow.
God.
Cyanide and Happiness. That's old.
That's like 2010 right there.
Yeah, that's really old.
Dune, House Carino, is that how you pronounce this? Hardcover Volume 1. So if you're a big fan of Dune, and by the way, I'm not a massive fan of Dune, sorry, but I know that the new show just came out.
Uh-huh.
Why are people getting horny in that show and it's like full on sex scenes and stuff, like, whereas the movies don't have any of that and don't really need it? Why did they resort to that for the TV show?
I don't know. So admittingly, I've only read the first book of Dune. I don't know if this is a prequel though. This is set
right
way in the past, before
like thousands and thousands of years before.
Right. When the fall of AI and stuff like that takes place, and yeah, I don't know. I love the first book. I love the first book of Dune, but I'm not. I've always been. I'll read the first book of Dune, and I'll be very. I'm not sure if I should read the rest of Dune because I've heard that book gets really weird.
Joe, why is an HBO show? I get it. I understand. And trust me, I'm not opposed to fan servicey shows and stuff like that. I don't care. But I just thought it was so weird to me that you have the film franchise that is PG-13 and doesn't go that route, and then this one just full on like Game of Thrones type sexual content. Like, whoa, okay, that's not the Dune I remember. Oh, all right, it's a different kind of Dune.
I think so. I think HBO has just been trying to chase that Game of Thrones money, and they just can't hit. No. And it's not that anything's been bad, because HBO has been putting out great fucking stuff. They just put out The Penguin, which was incredible.
Right. And I need to finish that. I'm like 2 episodes away from finishing it.
You need to finish it. And Penguin's incredible. And Last of Us is another incredible TV show, but it was pretty much the story from the book. And I would argue the strongest episode of The Last of Us is when they deviate from the book and they give us a beautiful hour-long episode that just made me cry in the middle, like, holy shit.
Right.
I want to see more of that in the second season, but I think that I think they're chasing that Game of Thrones money. And honestly, Game of Thrones was such a cultural phenomenon, and they just dropped the ball on the end. And the thing is, it's not even HBO's fault, because HBO wanted to give them 2 more seasons, but those jackasses wanted to go and do Star Wars, and it never happened.
That's what's funny about it to me. It never happened.
HBO was begging them, look, you can have 2 more seasons to stretch this out and tell the full story. And they're like, no, we'll do this in 1 season.
Right. HBO's crushing compared to other streaming, I think.
I am an apologist for that ending. I don't think the ending of Game of Thrones is as terrible as everybody makes it out to be.
For Game of Thrones? Yeah, I don't have a problem with how it ends. It's just the way it got there on that final season.
Yeah.
Insane. So this is Dune Volume 1, by the way. House Carino, collecting issues 1 through 3, if you guys are interested. And this guy has a lion for a shirt. What a dork. Anyways, Grimm Volume 4. If you recently got the deluxe edition hardcover, this continues the story with Volume 4, collecting issues 16 through 20 of Grimm. Been wanting to check this out. Really heard great things about it.
Huh. George R. R. Martin, by not finishing the fucking story.
Lazy ass. Anyways.
I'm convinced that's what it is at this point.
We're not going to get it.
No, we're not going to get it.
I've made my peace. We're not going to get it.
No, we're not getting that ending. No, the books. No, we're not getting the last 2 books. We're just not. Maybe the one he's working on now. Maybe, but we're not getting that final book.
You hit the nail on the head. Max is just trying to exploit the current Game of Thrones vacuum between House of the Dragon and the forthcoming film. There's a spin-off series coming, right? For
Dunkin' Egg.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Egg, yeah.
The TV ending is the canon ending. There, I said it. Absolutely.
It is. That's how George wanted to end it. The problem is how they, like Gio, like you said, how they got to that ending is where I think a lot of the problems come from.
By the way, no, I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Savage Sword, Conan. I'm not going to mention anything about this cover. Sorry, folks. Forgive me. Savage Sword, Conan, Omnibus from Titan. Really awesome. Love it. Fantastic. Moving on. Marvel Comics has a bunch of cool stuff. We got Deadpool by Cody Ziegler. Blood Bond, Volume 1. And this is easily one of the picks of the week for Marvel, in my opinion. Doctor Doom by Christopher Cantwell and folks here. This collects Doctor Doom, the 2019 series 1 through 10, War of the Realms, War Scrolls 3, the B story, King in Black, Iron Man, Doctor Doom from 2020, issue number 1.
Is this Doom? Is this the one where he rides a bear?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, this is a badass series.
All right. So, get it, folks. Doctor Doom. He's the GOAT, one of the best Marvel characters.
Yeah, this is a fun series. It's really good.
Doctor Strange by Jed McKay, Volume 3, Blood Hunt. Midnight Suns, Blood Hunt. Of course, this is tying into the Blood Hunt event.
Oh, this is that week where we get the Slock from Blood Hunt.
Star Wars, Darth Vader, Modern Era, Epic Collection, Volume 1, Shadows. And what does this collect? Kieran Gillen, Salvador La Roca, Lionel Francis Yu. That's some cool stuff. Collecting Darth Vader 2015, 1 through 12. Number 1 Director's Cut and the Annual. Some good stuff right here.
It's a good talent on that book.
Highly recommended. Thor, Epic Collection, Volume 10, The Eternals, and X-Men 97, Great Expectations. This is the official prelude to the X-Men 97 cartoon. Which is weird considering there's a giant prelude called X-Men Animated Series, but whatever.
You took the words right out of my mouth. There's a prelude already out there. It's a cartoon series that came out in the 90s.
Dynamite. We got Garbage Pail Kids Origins. We got Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. Cross something. Signature edition here. Hardcover and the regular hardcover. I don't know. It collects issues 1 through 4 and extras. Space Ghost, hardcover, Volume 1, Ghost, Comfort Us. I really want to read this series. Thanks to Jewish Dragons for getting a copy of Space Ghost, but I really do want to try and get this hardcover. Love it. And got 2 covers for that. This is the trade paperback, but the trade has a DM edition. If I had to choose, I would go with the DM.
Me too.
Look at that by Michael Cho. This looks fantastic.
Yeah, he nailed it.
This is what I like. This one's great too. You know, it's pretty badass. But I got to go with the Michael Cho cover. That's from Dynamite. Wait, this was all from Dynamite. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. From the other publishers, there's a lot of manga, which we talk about on Thursdays. By the way, quick update. Thursday, we're not going to do a show. Thanksgiving. I can do it, but I don't want to do a solo show. Riley's not available, so we are switching it to tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or whatever. So if you want to watch the manga show, it's tomorrow night, and we're going to talk about the December manga solicits, all the manga that's coming out. I wanted to point that out. Bad Omens Concrete Jungle from Sumerian Comics. Sumerian Comics is also putting out Basic Instinct Volume 1, adaptation of that. We got some manga that I'm not gonna talk about. Crepax, or however you pronounce it, box set 7 and 8 from Fantagraphics. Bottom Feeders from Fantagraphics, which I've heard is great. It doesn't have the cover here, but I've heard good things about it. I would like to read it at some point. Fantagraphics complete. I'm gonna butcher this. Irene Tardy, POW. Damned Deluxe Edition Omnibus from Oni Press. This is by is this Cullen Bunn? Yeah. Cullen Bunn collecting the entirety of it. Collecting The Damned 3 Days Dead 0 through 5 and The Damned 1 through 10 alongside the rarely seen 3 days earlier prelude story.
I've never heard of this.
Me neither, but I'm pretty sure the chat knows about this. Chat, are you guys excited for it? Let us know. Let's see. More manga. Paper Cuts has some Flash Gordon stuff. All the manga. More manga. Let me circle back to this in a minute. Paper Cuts. Yeah. Paper Cuts is putting out Lost in the Future, Volume 1. And Magnetic Press is putting out My Dear Pierrot. We got some more manga. Smurfs, Volume 11. These books, which are about Indian folklore in comic book format. I'm not going to pronounce these names because I'm going to get every single one of them wrong. But I think they're retellings of folklore in graphic novel format of Indian culture, which is great.
That's really cool. I like that.
We're also getting When the Blood Has Dried from Mad Cave Studios, and Oni Press is putting out Wet Moon, the 20th anniversary edition omnibus, volume 1. So this one is pretty cool by Sophie Campbell, writing and drawing.
I don't know what this is.
This is set in the gothic, swampy southern town of Wet Moon. Place fraught with lousy love lives, teen angst, and shadowy rednecks. As Cleo Lovedrop heads off for college at the local art school, she's haunted by her melancholic past. Elsewhere, Trilby deals with unsettled emotional and sexual issues, keeping her secret habits hidden from everyone, and Audrey comes to the realization that despite her efforts, she always causes her friends distress, while Fern, a peculiar girl who lives in an isolated mansion in the bayou, begins to notice Cleo and her friends, goths, friendship, romance, sex, betrayal, gossip, cats, murder, guilt, a squirrel monkey, and all the terrible and wonderful things people do to each other can be found in the pages of Wet Moon.
A squirrel monkey.
You had this is the I enjoy this description. Thank you for writing it like that.
Yes.
You had me at squirrel monkey, sex, betrayal, gossip, cats. This has everything.
That sounds wonderful.
We show up in it. They probably watch YouTube, and Omnibros is in it. Everybody's in it. And that's it. That's all that's coming out.
Kind of a light week.
Pretty light. We also have the deals of the week, courtesy of our lovely sponsor, InStockTrades.com, your home for collected editions. You get your omnibus, trade paperback, hardcovers, manga, and more for great discounted prices that range from 42 to 50% off at times. Free shipping in the US at $50 or more, and there's a loyalty discount, which adds an extra 2% discount when you order on a week-by-week basis. Great packaging, wonderful customer service, only at InStockTrades.com. Our sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, making it happen. So the books that are the deals of the week, let me pull that up because Jess sent me that and I don't have a link. Give me a minute. Got it. Okay. So this week you can expect from, let me take this down, from In Stock Trades, the deals of the week are, first one from DC Comics at 55% off DC Finest, The Flash, The Human Thunderbolt trade paperback. Again, 55% off. Also from DC Comics, 50% off. We have JSA Compendium Volume 1. Also from Marvel at 46% off, we have Thor Epic Collection Volume 10, The Eternal Saga. From Image, I did not feature it because previews is weird, but I'll talk about it here. From Image at 50% off, we have Junkyard Joe Deluxe Edition hardcover, both covers, the regular and the DM cover, exclusive hardcover, 50% off. And the one manga as a deal of the week goes to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, hardcover, Volume 7. That one is 45% off. We were sent a notice that they will also be spotlighting the Revival Compendium from Image at 50% off. Again, let me recap real quick. We got the DC Finest Flash book at 55% off, the JSA Compendium Volume 1 at 50% off, Junkyard Joe from Image, that's 50% off, Thor Epic Collection Volume 10 from Marvel, that's 46% off, the Revival Compendium from Image, that's 50% off, and the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6 Stone Ocean Volume 7, that is 45% off. And another quick reminder that was sent to us, we have some Black Friday sales. Tuesday, November 26th to Saturday, November 30th. Boom Studios will be up to 35% off. Dark Horse up to 40% off. DC Comics up to 45% off. Dynamite up to 35% off. Fantagraphics 35% off. IDW 40%. Image 45%. Kodansha 40%. Marvel 42%. Vertical up to 40%. Viz Media up to 35%. And Yen Press up to 30% off. And I mentioned it early in the broadcast. Cyber Monday sales, Sunday, December 1st to Monday, December 2nd. The loyalty discount, which is normally an additional 2% off, will be bumped up to 3% off. It does not stack with orders, in case you're wondering. So that all of that is happening at our sponsor, InStockTrades.com. Let me find Junkyard Joe for everybody real quick before we drop off. Deluxe hardcover. Let's go to Image, to their website. Right. What am I doing? Stop sharing. Nope. So this is Junkyard Joe. Here we go. So this one is coming out. It was not listed in previews because they suck. This has a cover price of $34.99, but again, like I mentioned, 50% off at In Stock Trades tomorrow at noon Eastern Standard Time.
It was the Jeff Johns stuff.
Right, yeah. This collects the first or issues 1 through 6 of Junkyard Joe. The deluxe edition covers this one, and this cover here is the trade, which looks really interesting. Looks like a GI soldier robot.
Yeah, this is what Jeff Johns been doing the last few years. He's been making his own universe at Image Comics, which is crazy to me that Jeff Johns is just doing Image Comics books now.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, here's the Flash book again. So all of that you can find at our sponsor, InsideTrades.com. There we go. Right. Junkyard Joe was very good. Joe is the snag for me this week. I'm collecting that entire universe in deluxe editions. Tolga, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Behind the stream, but Spud Boy, thank you for joining. But the later Dune books get weird and horny. Oh, well, that makes sense then. Okay. I thought it was a clean, I know about the, without spoiling things, I know about the worm stuff later on. That's weird. But I didn't think it was going to go like HBO horny. That kind of shocked me because I was used to the movie style, which was fairly tamed. It was just a PG-13 action film. Sci-fi action.
there's about that worm. There's been certain things that have been going on online that just I cannot take that stupid worm seriously anymore. Over the last few weeks, you know what I'm talking about, and I just find it hilarious.
Right. It's a really cool story. Flash is among the best of the Silver Age. Absolutely. Yes. Aquaman is heavily underrated. Not the best, but really underrated compared to the other stuff from the Silver Age. Geo reading that was the Wet Moon stuff. Thank you, appreciate it. I've come to like Vault comics lately. Vault has a comic that I can't remember the name of. Do you know about this one, Lou? It's about a demon succubus thing creature that apparently it's got like great reviews and it's super popular.
No, I
Let
don't know about
me hold on. Alt Comics. Is it Lilith? Lilith, yeah.
Hmm.
The covers are risque. I don't know if I can show them, but apparently it has some hype, and I want to check it out. Let me see if I can find the freaking website. I Google Vault Comics Lilith and can't find it. What the hell? I can show this. Okay. It's this comic right here. This one. So apparently a lot of people talked about how this was really good. I want to check it out. I don't know. It's supposedly Lilith is an immortal who's been banished from her home, a dimensional plane suspiciously similar to mankind's idea of hell. She's been posing as a model on Earth while secretly preying on humans. That is, until she runs into Penelope, a sweet bookstore owner with a tome that might hold the secret to returning Lilith to her dimension. The mismatched pair doesn't end up falling in love first. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. It's a reference to a very famous song for all the new kids out there.
Whoa, here she goes.
It's a man-eater. Remember when they had the phone line where you can call in to hear Hall & Oates music?
Oh, it's still alive.
Is that still going? Because they had that falling out, and they're not friends anymore.
No, well, that doesn't matter. Call & Oates is eternal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I those were the days. I enjoyed that. I got to call them again.
Yeah,
see, look at that. I want to check out Lilith. Also, people are going crazy over it. First trade comes out in James. If we're still doing this by April of 2025, remind me to get the trade. I'll get it. I'll buy it. Peter David Aquaman Omnibus already showing up online, so it's real. Yes. I'm so excited. It's a chonker of an omnibus, but hell yeah, we're back, baby.
You got one, Gio. You got one, bud.
Heck yeah. The second ever omnibus for Aquaman. Let's go.
Is it really only the second ever omnibus for Aquaman?
The first one was New 52, Jeff Johns, and now we're getting Peter David.
Wow.
But then again, Aquaman doesn't have that many books compared to like Batman or Superman. There have been, I think, 8 total ongoing Aquaman volumes, obviously with multiple issues inside or whatever. And most of them just end up getting canceled and get like small trade runs or hardcovers. We only had the New 52 Omnibus. There was a Rebirth Deluxe Edition, which was the stupidest thing by Sedgwick. They wanted to pimp out Sedgwick's name and print out the middle of a run. Nobody was going to buy that. You want to buy this book? Oh, yeah. You need to read 3 other books before it.
No.
Nobody's going to do that.
Nobody's going to do that.
I didn't even get it. I just got the trade. And now we're getting the Peter David stuff in the Omnibus. Series has some great numbers. Yeah, they do.
Man, I'm ready to bow out. I'm exhausted.
All righty. Lou, you can't find him anywhere except Blue Sky. That's the account right there.
Yeah, you can find me there.
Find him on Blue Sky and Mondays and Fridays here on the Omnibros stream.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on Manga Geekdom, where I talk about manga. I wanted to upload a video today, but work was chaotic, and I could not get that done. I apologize. Yeah. It's going to drop tomorrow. So if you want a new video on the channel, it's coming out tomorrow. And social media, you can find me on Blue Sky, Threads, and Twitter, as well as my Discord, the Manga Geekdom. Thank you so much, James. The Manga Geekdom Community Discord. Wow, that's a tongue twister. There's the link if you want to join. There's the Blue Sky link if you want to follow. There's the Blue Sky link for Lou if you want to follow. All that fun stuff. Woo.
Please do. All right, guys. All right. We're out of here.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. God bless. Stay safe out there. Have a great week. We'll be back tomorrow for the manga stream, and then on Friday for the Q&A hangouts and stuff.
Yeah. If you celebrate, have a great Turkey Day.
Right. And if you don't, still celebrate. Have a fun day. Regardless of what people think and say and do, enjoy you and have some fun. And just be thankful for life in general.
Yeah, go order some Chinese.
Right.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can you plug your Patreon real quick before we leave?
Sure. Patreon.com/Omnibros Live, where for $5 a month, you get to hang out with Jess and I on a call once a month. We do this. We haven't decided what.
Sorry, wrong one.
No, you're good. We haven't picked a date yet for December, so that's going to be soon. It's really worth it, guys.
What am I doing? That's not it. Sorry, my bad.
So for $5 a month, you get to join us, and we always have a great time. Last time we had over 10 people that wanted to join, so it was
that's really amazing. I'm so happy for you guys.
Yeah, it's doing really well. It's doing so well that we're looking at other streaming avenues and how we could expand that. So
there you go.
So we appreciate it, guys. $5 a month. Come on, cup of coffee.
Peace and love, guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you both again, hosts. Amazing stream tonight. Thank you, everybody, so much. We love every single one of you. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Next Imagine, I'm so sorry, but I put it up, so it technically counts as I highlighted the comment. There we go. We're out of here.
We're out of here, guys. Have a good night.